Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. So I am so excited to bring you my second design team challenge. This one is going to be so much fun. It's going to be the same concept as the coffin box. I'm really into making boxes this time of year. I make a million boxes to hand out to like coworkers and or for craft shows and stuff like that. So you guys will probably see more boxes from me. I don't know. Okay, so um, make sure you check out countrycraftcreations.com. That's where you get this amazing artisan cardstock and most of the supplies that I'm using today. So I get a lot of my stuff from Tammy's store. I love it, not just because I'm on the design team, but even before that. Um, you know, the price is right, quality's great, can't go wrong. Shipping's fast. Okay, so let's get into it. Yeah. Okay, so the paper collection I'm going to be using is the Matilda and Godfrey by Photoplay. Photoplay, Matilda, Godfrey. This is the paper collection here. Don't throw away this cover sheet because you can definitely use all of these little things as ephemera. You can use these as border strips. You know, don't throw it away. This is the sticker sheet and the cut apart sheet. It's like the tags and stuff. Okay. That's what we're using. We'll also be using cereal box again. I mean, it's legit your box of cereal. We'll be using the paper doilies from Doodlebug Design. These are the beetle black polka dots. And we'll be using stuff from our stash, such as gems, flowers, and our punches. Okay. So moving right along, let's get this out of the way so I can show you the project. Okay, are you guys ready for this? A lot of people were asking how come I didn't actually use Matilda and Godfrey on the first project, because here you have it, my own sugar skull box. Yep, that's why, because it's going to go in this project. So here's where you can see I use the box. Actually, I think this was a Lunchable box, maybe. I don't know. Could have been a cereal. I don't know. But I left it so you can see that that's all it is. So I actually did this one before I did the coffin box, but I felt this looked a little bit more intimidating than the coffin box, so I did the tutorial, the coffin box first. So this one, it's a pretty thick box, 2.5, so it's about 3.5 inches wide, and you can put candies in this. Hershey's has the cookies and cream sugar skull candies, which I'm going to buy and put them in here. You can put stationery, you can do whatever you want in there. I'll show you another little thing I have in there. So the face, I just used my punches. So this is the scallop circle punch, heart punch, and these I just kind of hand did. It's just a strip of scrap paper, and these are little strips here too. Scrap glitter glue that we all have in our stash that we never use, and then these little flowers. I would suggest buying some really good quality flowers from Tammy's store. Mine, you can kind of see the glue because they're not quality flowers. They're just ones I got at the thrift store, but they looked pretty, so there you go. And these little gems here, I was gifted in a swap from the swapping page, the Country Craft Creation swappers. Let's see, what else did I use? I just used my Tim Holtz soot to ink up the nose. Oh, the Bow Bunny glitter paste in licorice to glitter the eyes and the mouth and to give it that kind of texture. I used some homemade shimmer spray to just kind of shimmer it. That's what you see, these little silver dots. I thought that came out super cute. Rhinestones again from my stash. So let me show you what I did on the inside. This is some of what I'm doing, but it's also going to have candy and some other stuff in there. I made the cutest little mini album. How cute is that? Very simple. I'll do a quick video on this. I don't know if I'll do it while I'm doing the construction on the box. Who knows? Y'all know I don't plan ahead. So all I did for this is cut out a smaller skull shape, or if you turn it around, potato shape, just so it could fit in the box, and then I matted it. Super simple design. That's my style. I'm very clean and simple. So I took these little potion bottles. They were from the scrap pieces of the paper. For instance, I just take these little scraps and see what I can cut out of it. I got a shoe out of one of them, and then the 2 potion bottles out of a different one. So, you know, always keep your little scraps handy. I have a little recycle bin under my desk that I just put them all in. The seam binding is from Tammy's store. It is the purple and black. It looks blue, but it's purple. This is a cut apart from the paper collection, just the tag. All I did was Wink of Stella the words, and then I glossy accented the entire hat just to give it some dimension. I added Wink to just the orange stripes. The bottom, I added glossy accents to make it look like a glass jar for that one and that one. And this is a piece of the ephemera pack. I shimmer Wink of Stella the shoe, and then added glossy accents, and then put glossy accent dots all around. And the same thing with this shoe. I just added Wink of Stella and glossy accents to the black pieces and put the 2 little star stickers. So I think this came out super cute. The doily, I just accordion folded again just to give it some dimension, some flair. The inside is super plain because what I have in mind for this is I'm going to put little Halloween pictures, and I have a person in mind that I'm going to give this to, so I think I'm going to make one for myself as well. So I want to put little pictures of my son in his Halloween costumes, but I just want to put the picture and maybe one little caption. I don't want too much stuff, but until I put the pictures in, I don't know what I want. So for instance, you can just put that. You can put Boo Love, or, you know, instead of True Love, Boo Love, or, you know, Witch's Brew or whatever. You can add some of the tags from the paper collection. I mean, so you can jazz it up however you want. I mean, you don't have to jazz it up. You can, like so. So we'll just flip through, and it just repeats. So here's the shoe. And then the same thing with the jars. Yep. And then a creepy spider on the back. So it was very simple. This only took a few seconds to put together, but I think it still has that massive wow factor to it. You can even put your pictures like this. You can turn this into a selfie album. Yeah, I have random selfie pictures on my desk. Yeah. So yeah, that's the fun of it. So this video, like the other one, we're just going to collect our supplies, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the video. So for this one, you are going to need, sorry, my creepy floating head. You're going to need 2 pieces of cereal board at 2.5 by 12. And I only say 12 again because my cereal box was 12. So 2 at 2.5, and then 2 at 1 inch. Okay, you're going to need again 4 hinges. This is 1 inch by 12, scored in half. So we're gonna go ahead and make one of those right now so you know what to do. If you only have the 8.5 by 11 paper, then yours will be 1 inch by 11. Oh, this is actually a card. I won't use that. So I just have a bag of scraps with my linen paper that I use to make the hinges. So, where's my scrap paper? See, I was prepared. Okay. Well, I don't want to use, oh, here's a piece. I don't want to use this because it's an actual card base, so I don't want to waste the card base. Okay. So these are scraps I had left over. Use your scraps. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Come on. Okay, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Zoom out. Okay, well, I can't zoom out. So you're just going to take your paper, and this is how I do it. It's just easier for me. I'm going to score it at 1/2 first. And then cut it at 1. So for me, that's just easier than cutting a piece at 1 inch and then trying to score it at 1/2. That's too much work. So now all we're going to do is take our score tape, and I'm using 3/8 of an inch. That way it gives it almost full coverage, but not full. And we're going to match it to the bottom, because you don't want your score tape going on that score line. And when you cut your triangles, it's easier just to worry about cutting on the score tape, and you don't have to worry about the score line. So get it right on that edge and go through. So at this point, if you guys did the coffin box or you watched it, you can turn the video off now and go to video 2, because it's the same thing. You already know how to do it. So we just varnished it, and I'm just folding and varnishing. Now we're going to cut our triangles. They don't have to be perfect. They're roughly 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch apart. I don't know. This is all I do. And you're going to do this to all 4 hinges. I have hinges just laying around because like I said, I like to make a lot of boxes, so mine are already done. I just wanted to do one so you see. So I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, and maybe, so you can see the score line. The score tape is under the score line, so I'm just cutting up to the score tape, if that makes sense. You should have about 1/8. If you're using the 3/8 inch score tape, which I suggest, it's super easy because you don't even have to think about it. If you only have the 1/4 of an inch score tape, cut a little above the score tape. Just don't cut on that score line. Okay, so we're just kind of making them about I don't know, I think it's like 1/2 inch. And like I said, they don't have to be perfect triangles. Some of mine are squared on the bottom, some are more than 1/2 inch apart. Like that one's pretty wonky, but it'll work. Okay, so that's it. So your 4 hinges, your 2 strips at 2.5, and your 2 strips at 1.5. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to video 2. All right, see you guys in a bit.